One of my clients, I'm still in the midst of the contract with them. We're on year 3. It's a manufacturing client. And I was brought in actually by their plant manager and their human resources manager at the time. And the plant manager had been with them for just a few months and said, "Hey, listen, you referred to me. I understand that this culture thing is your thing. And I just want to have a conversation with you." Brought the human resources person. We met over lunch. Long story short, I came in, I met with the general manager as well as a couple of the other executive members and said, "Hey, listen, this is what we can do. This is what we need to do." And it started off with the first thing we need to do is assess it. Need to have conversations with your executive, with your long-term employees, your new employees, and then I'll put together a program for you. So long story short, again, we're heading into year 3. And when I first did the one-on-ones, it's not surprising, but maybe it is surprising to people listening, is that this thing called culture, nobody can define it. And for them, it was still well, what are you even talking about? Like culture, like what do you mean when you say that? And so now, today, I'm happy to report that they all talk the word culture. They don't just call it that thing, but they actually can point it out. And their values are called the Our Way values. And so we've done a lot of work on the monthly with training and development, but it's always all centered around the value piece. So for them to see their profits, it's manufacturing. Obviously, no accidents, no incidents is a big thing. They've gotten safety award, new certifications and recognitions. The market has hit them kind of hard with all things economics, but it hasn't slowed them down from a profitability standpoint. Their turnover's down, their engagement's up. It's a very large manufacturing firm, a part of a very large global company. And they just had their annual survey, and their scores blew the rest of the divisions out of the water. So in came the CEO from abroad and it's like, what's going on? What are you guys doing? And no matter who he talked to on the team, from again, the plant had been there for 30 days into people who've been with them for 30 years. It's our culture. It's our culture. And after a couple of days, he's like, "It is your culture. It is your culture." And so I don't know out of that if that's surprising to people as much as now it's hard for people to say, it's hard for me to convince sometimes leaders that the leaks in your company are your culture. And trust me, when the leaks are not just patched with duct tape, but actually completely redone and rehauled, parts replaced, is that you're going to see win, 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 win. And then when you're in it and you're like, oh my gosh, those win, win, win. So it's that have the faith, keep the faith. Every little day, every little thing happens, which creates these amazing positive results. So that was a big answer to your question. Hopefully that made sense.